talking to head coach Laura Maness. And coach, after the Detroit had one home game, back on the road again for Niagara-Duquesne. So, talk about this weekend's game, especially with the Niagara on Friday.
Yep, we're pretty much all set to compete with Niagara. We're excited for it. We were able to compete with them last year and get a win, and we expect, obviously, to come out hard and hopefully get a win on Friday against Niagara. We've worked on the things that we needed to focus on between last week and this week to prepare, so I think we're ready.
It's a pretty interesting schedule in that you guys played a lot of games early in a 15-day span, and now you've had basically 11 days off. I mean, what have you really worked on here in the 11 days?
The good things about the games that we played early on was we saw what we needed to work on. So we've definitely worked on our transition game. I think it's improved. Also our shooting, our shot selection, and our defense. Just, we needed to be more adaptable if someone got carted out or if someone got injured, and I think we've addressed those issues. So I think regardless of what happens on the field or who's playing, we're going to be more competitive at this point, even if we have to change out of our normal positions.
Coach, I mean, offensively, you've gotten the production from Emily and from Anna, probably well expected, but you have had some other girls step up in Tessa and Tara. So, just talk about what the other players need to do to step up and get the offense rolling.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the best teams have 7 attack players that can produce at any given time, and I feel like we're really working towards that. I think our freshman Tessa is getting a lot more comfortable with the ball, driving the goal, and creating opportunities for herself as well as others. I think Tara, who's a sophomore, has definitely produced more than she ever has before in the past. Last season, I think she was a little bit more timid. Now she's more involved, and she's getting those opportunities that are paying off.
Defensively, Coach, the team worked very well, really, in the first half versus California, and really, for the most part, against St. Bonaventure, with the exception of being down. So, just talk about the defensive efforts and what Detroit's doing on defense.
Yeah, I think our defense is really coming along. They've learned an entirely new system of defense between last year's defense and this year's defense. So I was expecting there to be some adjustments and some growing pains with that, but I think it looks stronger than ever at this point. They really do grasp the concept of it, and they're taking those risks and they're paying off, challenging those loose balls and things like that.
And Coach, last question would be, Duquesne's on Sunday, and I know you want to take things one game at a time, but Duquesne's always been a really challenging team for Detroit. They've gotten the best of Detroit during the 3 meetings. So what have you seen on, from early film from Duquesne?
Right. So I'm excited for the Duquesne game as well. I think that they're a good program. They have fast midfielders, but in watching film, and also we scrimmaged them in the fall, I think that we'll be more prepared for them than we ever have been before. I think that we'll have a lot of opportunities. They play aggressive, and with that aggressiveness comes fouls, and we need to take advantage of those foul calls and stuff like that to really come out on top against Duquesne.